Now at 6, a burn scenario creates a different kind of school for a graduating class of Pittsburgh firefighters. Plus, the city of Miami celebrates the grand opening of a new Boys and Girls Club right on Main Street. And responders transport a driver to an area hospital after they swerved to avoid hitting an animal.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
It's a different kind of graduating class for some area firefighters. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Tanya Bach. For the past 2 weeks, the recruits have been training for long days to prepare for their new career. Today, the Pittsburgh Fire Department held a burn scenario, emulating a 2-story structure fire with victims trapped inside. It's the first of its kind for the department. For the recruits turned official firefighters, it's a way to experience a fire before they're in the field.
We're only going through a 2-week academy. It's not long. They have to cram in a lot very quickly. So to have this live opportunity at the end of it is priceless, because you can't teach fighting a fire until you're fighting a fire.
Pittsburgh Fire Chief says today's simulation was very successful and they plan to have more recruits experience it in the future. Children and families in Miami can look forward to a brand new facility in the heart of Main Street. After years in the making, today the Boys and Girls Club of Ottawa County celebrated the grand opening of a teen center. Inside, visitors will find a gym, kitchen, classrooms, toys, air hockey, and a gaming center.
Yeah, so kids need safe places. They need safe places to exist and to grow and to learn and to make friends. And so this facility is exactly that for our kids. It's an opportunity for them to make friends, to feel included and safe, and have a fun place to go in the summer and during the school year.
The club is expecting more than 200 kiddos to show up for their summer program that starts on Monday. One sure sign of summer is the opening of community pools. Joplin Parks and Rec staff say they've prepared all year for swim season and are pleased to announce both Schifferdecker and Cunningham Aquatic Centers are officially open. The city credits a significant increase in lifeguard applications this year. For more information on both parks, including schedules and prices, just dive into our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. Well, meteorologist Lindsay Gaffney joins us now with a first look at weather.
Well, we've seen some pretty nice weather today. Temperatures got up to the upper 70s, and you can see out in Joplin and Pittsburgh, we've got clear skies. We had a couple of clouds earlier today, but overall today was just gorgeous. It was our first chance to dry out from all of the rain that we've seen, not only from the last week, but the last couple of weeks. Now, temperatures are going to continue to drop down into the mid 70s. You can see though we've got a light breeze. Overall, a great looking night. Now, we've got a continued warm up through the weekend, temperatures reaching mid 80s, even to upper 80s by the start of next week. But we also have a potential for some storms Saturday night due to the warm up. We're going to get some isolated pop-up thunderstorms coming in late afternoon. You can see there's some chance for severe weather out in central parts of Oklahoma, but in our area, just your run-of-the-mill thunderstorms. But I'm going to have those details coming up.
All right, thanks, Lindsay. Don't forget, you can be the first to know about the day's weather with the KOAM Skywatch weather app. Get severe weather updates sent straight to your phone free of charge. It's available in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. The KOAM Skywatch weather app. Well, animals are on the move as the days start to warm up, and that means they're crossing the road. A rollover crash alerted first responders in Jasper County near Asbury. Now, this happened yesterday around 6 in the morning. A westbound vehicle swerved to avoid hitting an animal on Baseline Boulevard near County Road 255. The driver lost control following the swerve and traveled off the road, overturning multiple times. The driver was taken to an area hospital with non-emergency injuries. Well, people at a Veterans Hall near Kansas City, Missouri are in disbelief after a car crashed through the roof of the building on Wednesday. And if that's not shocking enough, it's the second time it's happened in just 3 months. Take a look at this dramatic video. You can see the car careen off the road behind the building and smash into the roof. The car was barely visible after the crash. And the crash left debris scattered all over the sidewalk and lawn of the building. The car's engine landed on the sidewalk out front. The driver survived the crash and was treated at a hospital. Police say they are looking into whether they had a medical emergency, and that will determine if the driver will face charges. Well, the building was just a week away from reopening after the roof was repaired from the last crash, and that happened back in February. The driver was reportedly trying to outrun police at the time. Well, some drivers on US 69 in Fort Scott may want to seek alternate routes in the coming weeks. KDOT plans to begin a repair project on the US 69 bridge over Wall Street the week of June 9th. One-lane traffic will continue through the work zone, but drivers can expect delays of no more than 15 minutes. Project activity will include patching and resurfacing the bridge deck. KDOT expects the repairs to run through the end of December. Big games on the line for some high school softball teams in Southeast Kansas. Ben McLeish has highlights coming up later in sports. But at first, a new year brings some old difficulties to the Carthage Humane Society. How they're reaching out to the community for help. It was a tough start to the year for the Carthage Humane Society. It continues with overcrowding from stray animals. This month, they reached their 77th year of operation, and as staff and volunteer continue their commitment, they're asking the community to help with a $77 donation. KOAM's Lonnie Walton reports.
I spoke to a worker who says she continues to see stray animals and she wants the community to continue to help out.
I've loved animals my whole life.
Elisa Sieber is a vet tech at Carthage Humane Society. She says just about every animal is her favorite.
I've had cats, dogs, baby everything, squirrels, rabbits, everything growing up. So I just grew up with it. And I want to be a vet.
Being an animal caregiver is much needed as the community continues to grapple with stray animals, according to Renee Minshew, the Carthage Humane Society board president.
Pretty much at capacity still. I mean, we've been adopting, but then we have new ones that come in.
And not only that,
The amount of strays is increasing.
in order to keep up the work they do, they're asking for financial help from their Humane Society shelter community.
We've asked if everyone that has an animal that's been touched by the shelter to donate $77, $1 for each year that we've actually been saving animals. We do not have any government funding at all right now, so donations, contributions, fundraisers are our source of income at this time.
Which this month is 77 years. Outside of donation, she says there are other ways to help.
Set up a monthly donation for any amount. Would love for you to volunteer, to can advocate for our shelter and our animals.
Sieber says this shelter touches everyone.
I've had people from all over the world come in to get animals from us.
Reporting in Carthage, I'm Lonnie Walton, KOAM News.
Minshew wants to remind everyone about the annual fundraiser Stay Getty that's coming up on June 14th. A little later, from stagecoaches to Western shootouts, visitors to this year's Spring River Pioneer Days take a trip back in time.
And we continue our warm-up for the weekend, plus chance of thunderstorms. Well, we're finally in store for a warmer weekend ahead. We've had chilly temperatures due to the rain. Yesterday, we only got up to the mid-60s, overnight low 50s, but today we got up to the mid-70s. So we're still slightly below average. Normally, we should be sitting at low 80s. We're about 5 to 10 degrees cooler than we should be this time of year. Now, we didn't have any rain in the area today. Today was the first day we actually got the chance to dry out. Still, we have clear skies for the rest of the evening. Taking a look outside downtown Joplin, not a cloud in sight. This is from the Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex. Pretty gorgeous day and afternoon. Now tomorrow, it's going to be a little bit more humid. We've got temperatures warming up to the mid-80s. Now, due to these warmer temperatures and the soil saturation, we're going to see a lot of evapotranspiration, and that causes some isolated thunderstorms later in the evening. Not going to be a severe threat, but we could see those pushing in after about 6 p.m. You can see sunny skies all throughout the day, and then by 6:30, some of these storms start to push in from the west. Those are going to continue to make it in all the way to southeastern Kansas, northeastern Oklahoma, north of I-44 before all these showers start to dissipate. Now we could get a couple of thunderstorms, maybe some small hail. Mainly, though, we're going to see a bit of a wind gust with some of these storms. But by 11 p.m., Looking at some northern county storms, and out in Oklahoma, maybe a couple more thunderstorms too. But all clearing out overnight by about 1 to 2 a.m. And then we're back in store for a very sunny, warm Sunday. Now, temperatures on Saturday, we saw mid to upper 80s potentially. And then Sunday, we are going to be a little bit cooler due to those afternoon storms on Saturday. So we're only going to get to the lower 80s on Sunday. Now we do have temperatures returning back to the upper 80s by Monday and even potentially into Tuesday. Now it depends on what time storms want to roll in on Tuesday. We get a little bit closer to this event, we're going to get more confidence in timings, but we have storm chances returning Tuesday, continuing all the way until next weekend. Now, we do have a severe potential with some of these days, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, and Friday night. But we're going to have chances of rain and thunderstorms continuing all the way till Sunday, bringing us, as well as severe potential, we're also going to see chance for flooding. By Friday, we could see already 5 to 6 inches of rainfall. Now, again, there's a lot of confidence or lack of confidence of timing for some of these storms and the severity. We are definitely going to see a chance for even low-grade severe thunderstorms at some point throughout the midweek, Tuesday through Thursday. But when we get, it's a messy upper level system. So when we get a little bit closer, we're going to have better accuracy about what the severe threats are. Right now, mostly just looking at hail and wind threats.
Something to be prepared for,
Absolutely.
but in the meantime, enjoy this weekend.
Well, yeah, it's our first week of June this upcoming week. So hopefully it's going to be our last chance for severe weather this season.
Very true. All right, thanks, Lindsay. Well, here is a live look from the Maymakers Market at the Spiva Center for the Arts in Joplin. Visitors can come out and browse a wide range of art forms, including jewelry, ceramics, glasswork, photography, textiles, and henna body art, all while supporting and meeting Joplin artisans. Just in case you missed the event today, don't worry, the Maymakers Market runs through 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturday on the second floor of the Spiva Center for the Arts. Well, still ahead, 6 of our local Kansas high school baseball and softball teams fight for a state title, including Frontenac, which looks for its 2nd straight championship. Ben McLeish has those stories and more up next in sport.
Three of our local Kansas high school softball teams made it to the state semifinals with wins in the quarterfinals yesterday. Frontenac, Pittsburgh High, and Fort Scott are just 2 wins away from a state title. First up, Frontenac looks for its 2nd straight chip. Semifinals of the 3A state tournament. Defending champion Frontenac faces Riverside. Bottom of the first inning, the Raiders get right to work. Runner on third for Grayson McLaren, who pulls one into left field for a base hit. That scores a run, and Frontenac leads 2-0. Still in the first, Tenley Sullivan makes contact and shoots it down the line and right. That's a fair ball, and Riverside throws it away, which allows 2 more Frontenac runs to cross the plate. Sullivan gets thrown out at third, but the damage is done. It's 4-0 Raiders. Avery Johnson gets the start in the circle. Here she is in the second with 2 of her 7 strikeouts of the game. Third inning, check out the Raiders defense. Skylar Hutchinson charges from third on a weak ground ball, and Ella Sullivan scoops it out of the turf and hangs on for the out at first. Bottom of the third, McLaren picks up another RBI single to pad the lead. The Raiders win by run rule again, 11-0 final score. They move on to the state championship game. They take on Silver Lake with the state title on the line. This game just started at 6. We're still not at 0, but we'll have a score and highlights at 10. In the 4A semifinal, Fort Scott High School takes on 2-seed Eudora, but they fall 2-0 in the semifinals. The Tigers take on Clearwater in the 3rd place matchup. They come away with the 1-0 win, so the Tigers finish 3rd place in the 4A state championship. In the 5A semifinals, 2-seed Pittsburgh loses to the Saints 10-0. They take on Mays South in the 3rd place game and fall 11-3. So the Purple Dragons finish the season as the 4th place team in state. In the Kansas baseball state tournaments, we have 3 teams fighting for a championship. First up, Fort Scott takes on Paola in the 4A semifinal, and Colgan baseball advances as well. The 6-seed Panthers beat Douglas 3-1 and advance to the 2A title game. Next, it's a big test for Colgan. They face the 1-seed Valley Falls team with the championship on the line. Of the final score at 10. In the 3A semifinals, Humboldt falls to Trinity Academy 5-2. Up next for the Cubs, they face Sabetha in the third place game and fall 2-1 in extras. So the Cubs finish fourth place in state. And Fort Scott baseball can get it done in the semifinal. They take down Poola 4-2 to advance to the 4A championship, where the Tigers will take on Rock Creek. We'll have the results of that game at 10.
You know, and for the girls, you know, even third and fourth place, like, you can't be ashamed of that. Like, they made it all the way to this level.
I mean, these are the best teams
season
in the entire state. It's still a great season. And coming up at 10, we also have some Missouri baseball. Joplin and Webb City start their quarterfinals tonight.
Oh, wow. Okay, so we'll go Kansas, Missouri.
Yep.
Just have it all tonight. All right, thanks, Ben. That's it for sports. We're back after this. Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. It's graduation day for some area firefighters. We'll have a closer look at the practice burns, getting them there. Plus, more from Miami's grand opening for a new Boys and Girls Club. And the Joplin Public Library hosts a big concert in a small area to kick off the Teen Summer Reading Program. Those stories and a lot more tonight on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. Well, in Verona, Missouri, preparations are underway for the second annual Spring River Pioneer Days. The Verona Civic Group started setting up around 11 a.m. this morning, getting Cannon Park ready for a weekend of historic fun. Tonight will feature a Mountain Man encampment, a pioneer village, and covered wagons, along with a few food trucks and vendors. And then on Saturday, it's full steam ahead with historic reenactments, demonstrations, craft vendors, stagecoach rides, a street dance, and more.
Native of Verona, living here all my life. I love to see the activities come back to town. I love to see things going on and people coming out for it. We need help. We have a very, very small group that's trying to do these things.
Organizers say the event is all about bringing the community together and honoring local history in a fun, family-friendly way. And they should have wonderful weather this weekend for it.
Yes, they should. This weekend is looking pretty good, at least until Saturday afternoon. We're going to have some pop-up thunderstorm chances due to the heat and the humidity throughout the day. Not going to be a huge severe threat in our area. Could get some gusty winds with that. But sunny skies return Sunday and Monday. We do have thunderstorm chances returning to the area on Tuesday, all the way through next weekend, and they could be bringing a severe threat with them, especially Tuesday through Friday. So we're going to want to keep an eye on that through the week.
All right, and we will be here to do that for you, for sure. Well, mainly Lindsay, but all right. Final sports note.
Well, lots of high school baseball and softball state games today, but 3 teams are still fighting. Frontenac softball, Fort Scott baseball, and Colgan baseball are playing probably right now with the state title on the line, so we'll have those scores and highlights at 10.
All right, looking forward to that. Thank you so much, Ben. And thank you for watching. We will see you right back here at 10. Have a great evening and an even better weekend.